And good evening, my fellow scouts. Welcome to the first replay of 2020 from Tommy Wiseau. It's a 5v3 at the Grey Havens. And before we get started, if you'd like to support my work for 2020, there's a PayPal option, subscribe star, Patreon, and a donation link in the description below. But as always, if you cannot do that, then please remember to like and share the video, as it does greatly support the channel. And so we'll start with Tommy's army, who's commanding the realm of Arthedain. He's got some Wardens to the north. His general is in this unit. We have some dismounted Knights of Numinas. Now, the general is often actually in one of these two units. It's either or, I see. Wardens of the north or dismounted Knights of Numinas. Probably best off in the dismounted Knights of Numinas, as that unit does have more armor, and the general is more likely to be well defended, as opposed to the Wardens of the north. Wardens of the north is okay in combat, but nowhere near as good as the dismounted Knights of Numinas. But in any case, he's also got some Arthedain pikemen here, armoured up, 2 units, some Numinas gate guards. We have some Dunedain peacekeepers, so they won't last too long, but they're a good first unit to send into battle. As is the Foremost Area defenders. Wouldn't put too much faith in them. They're better off going in as a first wave kind of unit, and might look strong, but they're not as strong as they look. And we have 2 units of them here. We have some Arthedain men-at-arms, about 3 units. Again, Arthedain troops is only as good as the army around them. Like, you gotta watch out for them, especially when they're tired, because they will actually break if they get too exhausted and they start to be overwhelmed in the slightest. Next, we have some Arthedain marksmen, 2 units, not armored up at all. So this is just your standard model. And we have some civilians to act as a cannon fodder kind of unit. You could see some Grey Company or some Dunedain Rangers, or even some Dunedain Troll Slayers, but we actually will see them. They're over here. Dunedain Troll Slayers and Dunedain Rangers. Alrighty, we come to the first of his allies, Dawidian, commanded by Shadix, YT. So Shadix has got 2 units of Evelyn marksmen. They've started to open fire, but probably should stop straight away. They don't have an angle on any of the enemies. Looking over here, actually I scratched that. If these units theoretically fired into the low flag rim, the accuracy shouldn't be too much affected, actually. It all depends what target they go after. Next, we have some Evelyn Vanguard, Evelyn Axemen, more Evelyn Vanguard, Evelyn Infantry, 2 units, some Evelyn Hammerguard. Again, I think these guys are a bit overrated. I never really see them do that well, and whenever I see them in close combat, they don't seem to last too long. And they do break. They're not the best. The Winnie doesn't have the best morale in terms of longevity in combat. If you leave them in there long enough, they'll break, unless they start to win or has supporting units from your allies around you. And if your general is broken, then pretty much God help you. Next, we have some more Quindi Glaymasters, generals in this unit. We probably have some hidden units which we can't see, so we'll come back to them. We've got some Nindor Glade Guard which we can identify in hiding at the third attacker is Mordor, commanded by Music Bot #1. I haven't seen before, so if you're new music, welcome. Music has got some Moron infantry, some Orc fighter, 2 units of Minas Morgul Chosen. These guys are okay, but wouldn't put too much faith in them. Don't send them in alone. Make sure they're supported. Otherwise, they won't last as long as you'd think. I've seen units down to 100 or 80 break, so just watch out for that. We have some Moron Halberds, 2 units, some Sauron's Will, Temple Executioners armoured up, hence the silver helms. You can tell that's the armour upgrade feature. Next, we have some Olak High. Looks like we've got 2 units of Orc Javelins, a really good unit to bring to any siege. Some Moron Archers, some Orc Fodder, Moron Infantry, and 2 units of Blackguard Barad-dûr, must have for any attacking Mordor army. And on that subject, I did a podcast with Windy Pops recently where we talked about how defenders can use such units to go on the offense and to break through an attacking force and try to disrupt and cut down the attackers' formations. I haven't really seen that tactic deployed by defenders. It's one that Windy's actually starting to explore, so might see more of that in 2020. Let's wait and see. We have some Sauron's Will over here, and that brings us to the fourth attacker. Wars of Khazad-dûm, commanded by King OFD of the North. So King has got some Orc Hunters. 4th Legion Shield Guard, 2 units. 2nd Legion Axe Guard. Hounds of Gundabad. More 2nd Legion Axe Guard, 2 units of Warriors of Khazad-dûm. Sons of the Fallen, 2 units. And another unit of 4th Legion Shield Guard. We've also got some Sentries of Khazad-dûm. 1st Legion Pikes and Sentries of Khazad-dûm. And the General, for some unknown reason, is all the way over here. I think this was a mistake. I think King just... This is where his army deployed and he just forgot about these guys. So these guys have got to march a little distance to get to the army. It's the Mithril Guard, of course. General is in that unit. And our final attacker is the Lindon, commanded by Beast Mode on 70. And Beast Mode has got some Horse Lords of Ulmor, some Harlandon Riders. 2 units of them. Mython Lancers, 2 units. Noldorin Guard, 2 units. Fallen Pikemen, 3 units. Make that 4 units. 2 units of Harlandon Guard. And that's all I see there. But, yeah, Beast, I'm not sure what you're thinking bringing such a large cavalry force. There might be some space to maneuver, but there isn't much. And this is not the map to bring cavalry. I wonder what he was planning. I guess we'll find that out soon enough. We'll keep an eye on him, for sure. Anyway, the first of the defenders, Y2K86, commanding Rune. We have some Eastron Crossbowmen, some Camul Shadow Guard, AP, some Herodan Pikemen, 2 units, some Log Gamprim, more Camul Shadow Guard, some Camul's Chosen generals in this unit, some Dunman Spearmen, commanded by Grizzly Fox, who actually has the Herodan Pikemen here. I called that before as Rune's army. Grizzly Fox has some units here. We'll call out defending units as we see them. So as I said, Grizzly Fox is commanding the realm of Rudar, and that appears to be all the defending forces in this area. So moving through Great Havens, we find some Herodan Rangers, another favourite unit of Windy Pops. Although these guys don't have the kind of damage you'd expect, and they do have good morale. I have seen that these guys in battle, like they can lose almost all their unit and they will not break. So they have good morale, but they have limited ammunition and don't really have a lot of damage. So they need tweaking, I think, in my opinion, and I think a lot of players would agree with that. They're not as good as other Ranger units. The Herodan Rangers are probably the lowest quality of the Ranger units in Reforged at the moment. We have some Trollshore Axe Throwers, a good axe throwing unit in my opinion. We have some Etamor's Troll Hunters, Javelin unit, and Grizzly Fox 2 here. Some Dragon's Wrath Crossbowmen, some Eastron Crossbowmen, some Camul Shadow Bows, body piercing. We have some Log Rim, 2 units of Log Gamprim, some Rudar Swordsmen, more Eastron Crossbowmen, we didn't call that out earlier. 2 units of Frodom Javelins, some Colthal Maidens, 2 units of Log Rim, make that 2, yeah, 2, not 3. We have some Bathos Sapphire Blazemen, and the final player, a lot of Windy references in this replay, is his favourite faction, Cardinal, commanded by the Vengeful One. He's got a Catapult, some Mercenary Crossbowmen, some Mercenary Guildsmen, Minherith Men-at-Arms, some Dundon Rangers, Minherith Archers, Rudar Swordsmen, Minherith Sharpshooters, Minherith Spearmen, Wardens of Tyne Gothad or Turn Gothad, some Tharbad Warhammers, a decent hammer melee unit, far better than the hammer guard of Dorwinion. Next we have some Minotaur Roman Gatekeepers, a second unit of Wardens of Tyne Gothad. Are not usually allowed to bring 2 units of these guys. Must expand them. Next we have 2 units of Log Flagrim, some Minherith Sharpshooters, Log Gamprim, and Minherith Archers. And the last defending units are some 2 units up here, Log Flagrim, some Royal Court of House Thorondor, some Minherith Spearmen, 2 units, Dundon Captains, and Minotaur Roman Gatekeepers. I think this is the second unit of Gatekeepers we saw. So it looks like the defenders were allowed to spam a couple of units. And some Minherith Sharpshooters. And that appears to be it. Scratch that. We have some Witchrob and Slavers, general for Grizzly Foxes in this unit. A second unit of Harrowdane Rangers, Trollshore Axehoers, Dunman Spearmen, 2 units of Harrowdane Pikemen, and Rudar Marksmen. And that is it. So let's get this replay started. Enjoy. Now we've seen a few defensive players spam a couple of units here. They obviously were allowed to do that. They also had the coin to do that. Alrighty, so it begins. King is going in, he's bringing up his siege towers, runes getting ready for him. Now when I said we were spamming units before, spamming just simply means after you select a unit, say Sons of the Fallen twice, it then is marked as red. And if you press a third time to bring a third unit of Sons of the Fallen, you'll essentially pay double the price for that third unit. To choose another red unit incurs like a tax or a penalty of sorts. So you know, spam units at your own risk. It does soak up a lot of your coin. You only have so much to build an army. So make sure you know what you're doing when you do that. Okay, we have the Orc Hunter's firing. He should probably stop here. The accuracy is utterly horrible. He's getting some random hits, but ultimately most of his arrows are missing. Which is good for YTK86. I'm sure he's loving it right now. But this is not a bad wall of siege towers actually. The other attackers are not really moving as of yet. Lindon should probably send over his caps to try and take on Cardinals, which is over here right now on the other side. But fortunately for the attackers, he's not running the Royal Court outside yet. He probably should if he wants to get good use out of him, but ultimately it's up to him, and his general is actually in this unit, so maybe that's not such a good idea, because to take these guys outside would be putting his general at risk.
The battering ram has done its work.
He's kind of shooting himself in the foot there to put his general on such a unit. He essentially has to hold those guys back. What have we got here? Alright, looks like Tommy sent up some marksmen, but the marksmen were driven back, probably by the men here are sharpshooters or the men here are the archers, just firing over the walls here. Okay, siege towers, 2 siege towers from Tommy moving up. You can only really use 2 siege towers on each wall anyway, so to bring multiple siege towers is essentially just bringing them to act as a shield for your own units. Okay, so MusicBot sent out his Starbad Warhammers. A bit of a gamble, and I'm wondering why Music isn't setting up some Olag High, some Javelins. I mean, Grizzly Fox is selling out here. The attackers have an opportunity to surround and cut these units down. The Starbad Warhammers is an ideal target to try and overwhelm and take out. Music's making a big mistake here. He should be setting up his army. That's a missed opportunity there. But Shadex is combining his forces with Dominion. They are going in. They are not wasting any time.
Captured the enemy's walls.
Faunus Iron Defenders going in first. We've got Mentor and Gatekeepers, Archers, and Sharpshooters all at the ready, including a catapult. Defenders also got to be careful here, so due to the attackers. Okay, the Archers have started firing. Siege tower down to 27%. If Tommy wants to deploy any forces, he's got to do it quickly. Siege tower down to 54. Now, there's actually a bit of a glitch to this siege tower. You will lose 1 or 2, maybe even 10 men getting these guys off a siege tower. 67%. Just gotta get these guys off the siege tower and off the walls, really. They're exposed to the sharpshooters and the catapult. Sharpshooters are at the ready. Okay, sharpshooters going for the main blob. Damn, Tony's got to get his men off the walls. They're really exposed. He might actually be trying to outflank the low flag rim here.
It is coming for us!
Just running them through the gatehouse, maybe. Siege tower destroyed. Oh no. Men at arms appeared here. Sharpshooters, archers going at it. Minotaur and gatekeepers now firing as well. Only a couple are firing, but this is a little bit overkill for Cardin. I think the sharpshooters and archers are enough. But Arthurdane and Dorwinian making some nice ground here in the opening skirmish. Got Evelyn infantry being sent up. Musibot has resent some troops up. Carlin's ready for him. Got some archers on standby. Sharpshooters also at the ready. The attackers are in a bit of strife here. You can see why Musibot's a little bit nervous to go in. Lindon is making a move finally. We have some wardens out of Tyrion, if you didn't see before. Okay. Dwarves have begun their assault. They've taken out a lot of the like Sun Rim on the walls here. Ruda has some swords along the walls. Second Legion Axguard is withdrawing. We've got Eastern Crossmen firing in, clearly. Anthemos Trollhunters look like they use their javelins. I'm not sure why King's halted his assault. I mean, if Lindon can get his cavalry in here, maybe he can disrupt the archers. Your Kulfa man's being sent up mainly for their javelin ability. What they're simply going to do is just stay here and just pepper this blob with their jabbies. As soon as Grizzly Fox tells them to fire, anyway. A lot of fire coming in. It's a hell of a sight. Harrington Rangers down to 56. The artillery broke the forces here. Minhirth marksmen are targeting the rangers. They're down to 29. Grizzly Fox making the mistake of not putting them into loose formation. That's why he suffered so many casualties. Let's see. Okay, they're setting up more men. Grizzly Fox send out some Rudar swordsmen. They're trying to break the attacking forces inside the city before the next wave comes in. The Evelyn infantry might be okay. Musicbot looks like he's going in. Yeah, he's really going in. He's sending his Minas Morgul Chosen. This is pretty good. Venture One's making the mistake of targeting the Orc Fodder with his archers. Coldfire Maid's moving in. It would appear they... Looks like they do have their javelins still. Okay, I'm in here. The archers changing targets. This is where Music needs to get his archers on the walls to fire back at the Minhirth archers and sharpshooters. He's got to try and get some pressure on the Venture One's archer units, drive them back. We're doing no ranges here from the Venture One down to 42, so they were also taken out by either the Evelyn marksman or the Arthedain marksman. Venture One's positioned these archers nicely, but they better start firing soon. And Music better start targeting them. We can't leave them like this. See, as you can see, it's proving devastating for his lines. Alright, he's trying to outflank the Tharbad Warhammers. It's a good idea. I think he's attacking the Tharbad a little bit too early. Ah, shoot. The sharpshooters are targeting them right now. Venge has the ability to beat these guys back. Unless he gets a siege tower on the walls here and fires his javelins into the Minhirth spearmen and wardens, it's going to be hard to beat them. He's got to get his orc jabbies in there. But once they're in there, he's got to worry about the archers, the rangers, and the sharpshooters. We got more archers here. But Durno captains look like they're moving in to try and target them. He's targeting the archer unit. I thought the sharpshooters would be the target to go after. Yep, he's targeting the archer unit. Sauron's Will's here as well. Yeah, out of 3 archer units to choose from, I think he's gone after probably the worst one. Because these guys are low tier. We've got Body Piercing doing a number on his infantry lines. The sharpshooter is also causing significant damage to his own units. He's got to take out the units that are causing him the most damage and the most pain. And certainly the rangers or the sharpshooters. It's not the Minhirth archers. Okay, well so far Musicbot seems to be holding his own for now. Tommy, Wiseau, and Shadex have successfully breached their gate and are trying to get into Grey Havens. You've got Eastern Crossmen firing into this blob here. That's not good. Artillery piping down to 99. Sharpshooters out of ammunition? Yes, they are. I think the plan is for Shadex and Tommy to link up with MusicBot and try and help him get through. But their battle isn't won yet. And the defenders have a lot of good units here. We've got axe throwers firing in. Catapult firing in, Eastern Crossbow firing in. And both Shadex and Tommy needs to summit this hill to drive the enemy back. They can spare some units, I think, to send them over to help MusicBot, but their main force needs to be focused on this battle here and getting their forces up this hill. Looks like Vince might have lost micro on one of these Minhiri sharpshooter units. But unfortunately for him, Shadex doesn't see them maybe. Maybe he can't see them. According to the map, there are multiple red units here. You probably can't see them because of the trees. So, you know, kudos to Venge for putting them there. The reason that must be the reason that the Winning didn't attack them. They don't know they're there yet. Unit captain's down to 26. How are the dwarves doing? Nothing really has changed here since we last left. Lindon is over here. He's coming to support Arthurdane and Dorwinian.
It is coming for us.
Still got Marshman maybe firing to the Heridane pikemen. We got archers trying to target the Eastern crossbow. The Rangers should simply get on the walls here. They can go in. They've conquered the gate. They shouldn't be firing outside of the gate. Warndale is tearing a little bit too close to doing our Rangers. They're wasting good archer units. These guys are too spread out. Not suited for body piercing archer units. But dismounted knights from Numinos. Handle they guard trying to target the Minhiri sharpshooters. Camille's shadowbows shooting in the wrong direction. Tony Wiseau's trying to get at him. I think Y2K's caught onto him. He's trying to get his forces out of there. They'll get away. It's just a question whether or not Tommy can get into the Camille's or the sharpshooters. Oh, that's cold. Well, Tommy better get back on their tail. You can get them. But this isn't a bad strategy. We had sharpshooters here that are about to fire. We've got Camille's shadowbows up here. If the dismounted knights will try to attack these guys, the Camille's shadowbows can shoot them. But dismounted knights can't stay here because the sharpshooters are about to open fire on them anyway. So they're forcing Tommy's hand. But Shadex is also backing him up. Send him some Evelyn Marksman. That's lucky. Thanks to Shadex, probably saved most of Tommy's Nuts and Luminous. I'm not sure why Tommy left him there like that. He really left him exposed. So Shadex really saved his skin there. Music still has some men. Probably should have sent the Blackguard in with the rest of his decent units to break up the Wardens of Time Gothad. Blackguard can definitely do that. What we got here? Pikeman, Shadow Guard. Lindon has arrived. Beast is in the house. What's going on here? Oh, doing that Troll Slayers. Firing into the Herodane Pikeman. I think. Honestly, I actually don't know where they're firing at. Looks like they're firing the Trollshore Axos and Mentor and Gekus are just getting in the way. Okay, it is 60 out of 53%. In favour of the defenders. In here, sharpshooters shooting Tommy's Rangers. Jeez, they better start firing. Well, where are they shooting at? Oh, this is gonna hurt. I get it, I do, but
Only half the enemy force remains. Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead.
okay, so they might have killed. I think maybe they killed Rune's general. Because I thought the Carlin general was in the Royal Court. Still got some Element Vanguard moving in. Doing the ranges down to 6. Tommy caught sleeping there, paid for it. Big time. It's a huge loss. We've got Wardens of the North.
We're under attack.
Pursuing mercenary crosswomen. This is the worst possible position for the Wandler not to be in right now. We'd have to be sandwiched between Herodane Pikemen and Eastron crosswomen, while also being fired upon by mercenary crosswomen. Okay, 68 to 61. Unknown Troll Slayer still have javelins, down to 21. Harnon Riders down to 17. That kind of better do not faring that well against the Dundine captains. Firing. So they're going to target music bots and units. Also, the hard-on riders, I think, need to get into the sharpshooters' ranks to stop them from firing. Benson sort of spreading out his units again. Sheldon River Patrol down to 31. Nice gate guards down to 87. Okay. That was Music Bot's general, I believe. The Royal Court just took him out. Somewhere. Oh, Music Bot left them behind, and the Royal Court obliterated one of his best units. Jeez. Well, Music, I can't criticize you whatsoever there. The same thing happened to me on a recent replay I did, so I feel your pain, buddy. My attention to is focused elsewhere, and then that happened. I didn't lose my general, but some of my best archer units were killed. So yeah, Music's definitely more alert now. He's sending a unit of halberds here. Royal Court's trying to target the Blackguard of Barad-dûr. Got to protect the Blackguard. They won't do too well. Got to protect everything they can. Using the halberds. It's the only way he can save his men. We've got oak javelins here, but they're not firing. Doing a troll slash and Tommy's in the ranks. I'm trying to kill the crossman. I think he will succeed. Oh, they're going down. Very lucky there. Forget that. Catapult must be out of ammunition. Oh, wow. Well, we'll do a small cut here and actually show the assault, because I want to know how the defenders actually beat back King's army here, because this battle took a turn I wasn't expecting. Okay, so we've gone back to look at what happened with King's attack. I was surprised to see most of his army was destroyed in it. So we're just going to find out what happened. Okay. The York Hunters are getting a nice line here on the forward javelins, which are a very deadly javelin unit. Another thing that I did discuss with Windy is the Achilles heel of the Dwarven faction, factions are javelins and axe throwers, and Ruda has plenty of both. Y2K also has some crossbowmen here. Crossbows are also very deadly to the Dwarven armour, and Entomorphs Troll Hunters are here as well. So we've got some Warriors of Khazad-dûm on the walls, pretty exposed here. I don't know what Grizzly will do. Y2K has moved up with some crossbowmen. I don't know if they're going to do anything to these guys. But I think the defenders should take care of these guys soon before they can actually come down and outflank the Loxile Rim here. Troll Hunter's not activated. Crossbowmen still moving up. Front and Javelins not moving in just yet either. Dwarves are pushing their way through. Eastern Crossbowmen loading up. Northern Javelins. No, Rudo's still not moving in. King's breaking through. Grizzly's attention must be elsewhere for now. No, they're not firing. No one's firing yet. This is suiting King very nicely. Now Y2K's crossbows on either side, shooting either flank of the dwarves. Okay, it looks like King is trying to break through one side. We've got the Mithril Guard here as well. Frontline Javelins just opened fire. They're targeting the Mithril Guard. Otherwise, Trant is also opening fire. The general's in danger of being killed. King has moved through. Okay. King is doing his best to get into the ranks. Deathclaw Sapphire Bladesmen are over here. Kumul Shadowbows also here. So they've lost 25 men, I think. They sit on large, maybe not. Frontline Javelins are over now firing in as well. Sapphire Bladesmen are now here as well. They're loading up too. Little Shadowbows firing. Jeez, King's taking heavy losses here. It's amazing the general's still alive. We know what happened there. The Sons of the Fallen are being targeted. The Edible Strolans is not firing. You think they go after this bunch of dwarves here? Yeah, they are now. We've got Eastern Crosswind from YTK. They've just run around the town there. Okay, we've got the Camille Shadow Bows firing on the blob. Frod and Javelins are out. The Atomos Troll Hunters are needed here, but they're running away. Camille's Shadow Bows have stopped firing. Shadowbow is moving in very closely because they're out of ammunition, that's why. Okay. Looks like some Lake Fire Grimmer up there. I think they're there from the walls earlier. Okay, so Ruin and Ruda have surrounded King and pretty much cut down most of his army. There's very few units left. Eastern Crossbow at a nice angle, firing into the Sons of the Fallen, which are being surrounded as we speak. And so I think we will times 2 speed it, and the Sons of the Fallen will last a little while, even under this kind of pressure. And so ends the fall of King. And so ends the fall of King's army. Surprisingly, I think his general did get away. Didn't see him die though. It is 74 to 73 right now. So the attackers have broken through, but it has costed them dearly. And this is a good way to save men. Music's got his javelins in a nice position. The Wardens are a decent unit here. The old javelins should deal with them very quickly, saving a lot of attacking lives.
Command of the castle.
Okay, we've got Horsels of Umar here. They're just mobbing up broken units, trying to get into the men here as sharpshooters as well. This time Crosswomen have turned around to just try and get a volley off here on the horse lords. And Lindon's general is here, I think, in this unit. Y2K withdrawing what forces he has left. Grizzly Fox also down to 23 men in the forward on javelins. 58 here. Looks like they're out of ammunition. The spearmen, shadow bows, out of ammunition. Eastern crossbow. And those troops are just broken right now. The ones on the north down to 5. Tommy's general is still alive, but barely. So we actually didn't do a cut at all because Beast just encountered the Catalan general. I don't know why Lindon's not trying to pursue the Royal Court here. And this is a prime target to try and kill, really. Also, it should catch him. They're fresh. These guys are tired.
Beware! The chance for us to regain control of the castle is almost gone.
Haven't heard that before. Benjamin trying to get away. I don't think he will. Unless, of course, Beast gives up. It's got to be annoying. They just keep stopping. The moment it looks like they're about to attack, they stop. See? It's just like that. And they're running out of chances. Bench 1 is almost to safety. See, this is going to drive Beast insane. He wants to get into these guys, but his bloody men keep stopping instead of continuing their charge. Is he doing this on purpose or what? What is going on here? Okay, so Beast Mode probably won't reach the Venture 1's general. It's just surprising considering they're fresh, he's tired, and he's trying to pursue him, but he just keeps falling short. I do not understand that. And I think Beast has actually given up entirely. Grizzly Fox will rescue what's left of his army. We've got what's left of Y2K 86's force. Carlin's got his mentor and gatekeepers being set up. Diamond Spearmen, Camille's Shadow Bows, I think, are here, yes. They have ammunition? They do not. I think we pointed that out earlier. Trollshot Axo is very important. Etymos Troll Hunters. Okay, so you got a decent amount of troops left. Let's check out what's happening over here. Music Bot has some men. Oh, these are all broken troops. That's why they're outside. Alright, so we'll do a small cut here and come back shortly.
Captured the enemy's
Okay, guys, we're back. Beast has set up his Hardened on guard. Currently under fire. Wonder who's shooting back at him. Got some Rudar marksmen here. Looks like the marksmen were shooting, but they stopped firing. Probably better off firing at the Dumb Spearmen. At least they'll get some extra hits from the Rudar marksmen. Or fire on the Rudar marksmen and hit the Spearmen at the same time. I think the Low-Fire Grim are out of range. Shadowbows are no threat whatsoever. They're out of ammunition entirely. Okay, we've got Mataram and Gatekeepers here with crossbows out, but not firing at the Mython Lancers. In fact, he's throwing his javelins into the Mataram and Gatekeepers. Beast needs to do something about those Dumb Spearmen. He's losing his Mython Lancers a little bit too quickly. Then should probably withdraw his Gatekeeper. I'm surprised that he hasn't done that already. Or at least tried to open fire on the Mython Lancers because, well, he's losing men. He lost about 15, at least. It's 15 less crossbows the Vengeful won't have to fire when the final attack does begin. I think Beast will probably wait for Musicbot. Musicbot's heading over with his what's left of his army, which is quite a bit. Music still has a few men. Also to Ulmo, horrible charge. Should have done much better against the Dumb Spearmen. Hairnet and Pyken being sent over once these guys are in place. It should keep the cavalry out. Again, they're just melting away the Roman Gatekeepers. Victory by attrition, I think. This is surprising. Hardened on guard has some nice range.
It is coming for us.
Oh wow, great target. Probably mental note for future battles, guys. Hardened on guard from where they are can reach all these troops here. This is pretty bad for the defenders. Those arrows are going through the building there. Yeah, so right now we just got the attackers just peppering away at the defense, wearing them down, bit by bit. Grizzly Fox has got to move his men either against the walls here, maybe that provides some protection, maybe not. If that doesn't work, then he should be moving his troops over where Y2K did. I think that could get them out of range. But, you know, they've got to do something. His troops are getting damaged. They need to be protected. Finally, the Roman Gatekeepers deal with the Mython Lancers. At a bit of a cost. Musicbot appears to be arriving on scene. Yep. Orc Javelins 114. He's got to send up his halberds or infantry to hold the to attack the front lines and then get his javelins firing into the Roman Gatekeepers, because if he just sends the javelins up on their own, the Dumb Spearmen will charge the Orc Javelins will withdraw, and as they withdraw, the Roman Gatekeepers will shred them, for sure. This is not a unit you wanted to allow you to get free kills. Grizzly's got to be more aggressive. But Musicbot, for some reason, is sending in his javelins. This is a little bit nuts. And the gatekeepers are still not firing. But he's withdrawing them. Grizzly Fox needs to charge these guys. You got Etamor's Troll Hunters here. Musicbot choosing to target a low tier unit with his javelins. Surely the Harridan Pikeman is a better target. The dumbest women aren't charging them. You probably shouldn't worry about them. Only worry about them once they charge. And if he's that worried about them, as I said, move up the Moron and Halberds. They're right there to protect the Orc javelins, and let javelins fire over all the units into the Harridan Pikeman. I guess he's just trying to break him. Now this is the prize. This is the golden target to go after. Are they out of javelins? Some are taking out their spears. It looks like they're running out. Nithon Lance is moving up with their javelins. Beastmap playing this pretty well, actually, with all cav. He's doing much better with his cav than I gave him credit for. It is surprising how well he's doing. What is the biggest enemy of all heavy infantry units? I think it's Javas and Axe Throwers mostly. Of course, Blacklock Engineers. Those three units.
We're under attack.
The Harridan Pikemen withdrawing.
Watch it.
Alright, so body piercing units, javelin units, axe throwing units, they're the Achilles heel of heavy infantry. Alright, looks like they're attacking from the other side too. They've coordinated their efforts. Well, Beast is coordinating his own army actually. He's attacking from both sides. He's going in with his cavalry on the other side and his infantry on the other. And Beast has gone all in here. This is his whole army pretty much. Tommy Wiseau, what's left of his army's coming up. I even saw King have a few units still around. I thought King was wiped out before, but no, he's still around. It was, before the fighting started, it was 76 to 76. Now it's 78 to 85. So the battle's got away a little bit here from the defenders. We've got Eastron Crossbowmen here, and the Trollstraw Axe Throwers. 83. These guys can turn the tide. Remember, crossbows can lob their shots over into the enemy forces much easier than any other archer unit or crossbow. Or, yeah, much easier than any other missile unit. My bad. Those are the words I was searching for. Radar marksman probably should be turning around to fire it on the other side, you'd think. We've got Trollstraw Axe Throwers firing as well. Harridan Rangers are firing. They're lobbing their arrows over the main force. Scoring hits actually, which is a little bit surprising. Now, can Grizzly and Y2K repel these guys? That's a big question. The axe throwers are getting a lot of kills and doing a ton of damage. The marksman, I don't know what they're doing, but they should be firing. Edemos Tronta's moving up. 32 with their javelins still in hand. Musicbot setting up his Blackguard about to do it. You probably should just break through, push to this side of the defense and just overwhelm the enemy. Only got a few thousand frames left. Musicbot should just commit. His allies on the other side are pretty much broken through. That's putting the defense under a lot of strain. The defenders seem to be running out of men. You probably should just go all in and try to end it quickly, instead of being passive. Those axe throwers are probably running out very soon. They'll be firing for a while. Sheldon River Patrol here. Down to 31, still have javelins of their own. Evelyn Hammerguard being sent up. The Trollshire axe throwers. I think these guys, do they still have ammunition? I don't think that, oh, apparently they do. They're lining up to throw again.
We're under attack!
They're under fire from some Holland on guard down to 15. But Witcher on Slayer's moving up. Harridan Rangers firing into the densely packed Blackguard of Barad-dûr. Nice target. Musicbot should be overwhelming these guys. We've got Royal Court charging in. Evelyn Hammerguard on the hunt. Okay, there goes the Ventures General. Alright, it's gotten away from the defenders big time. It is over. So we probably will times 2 speed it. Lindon should be coming in, attacking these guys in the rear. But Tommy Wiseau is coming in. There's a dismounted Knights of Vanilla Knights right there. Gee, that was brutal. They knocked down one of the Knights of Vanilla Knights in the back. He gets back up, only to be struck down for good. That is. Richmond and Slave is putting up a decent fight. $98 to 86, time 6 again now. Musicbot's sending in the last of his army. I think this is actually going to run out of time before they actually kill him. Yep, that's it. So an awesome siege. The attackers took the capital, and they won by seizing control of the Grey Havens before the last of the defenders were defeated. So congratulations to Tommy Wiseau on 1625 kills, Musicbot 579, Beast Mode 1270, who I really commend for actually getting so many kills considering most of his force was cav. King OFD of the North seemed to have a tough time getting through his choke point. I think a lot of javelins went his way and took down a lot of his men. Looking at Shadex, 571. The Venture One, 2,784 kills, very nice. Grizzly Fox, 1939. And YO2K, 86, 2,146. So, all decent kill counts there from the defenders. They were just overwhelmed. Venture One left his Roman gatekeepers to really be peppered there by the javelins at the end, and I think he actually didn't get to use most of their ammunition because once the attackers broke through there on the main Lindon army side, not the cavalry side, they swarmed the capital. They swarmed this. They swarmed the citadel and got to the gatekeepers before they could really start firing. And I don't think they actually used up a lot of their ammunition. I could be wrong, but that's what I think based on what I saw. Looking at the kill count, Wardens of the North, 179. Dismounted Knights of Numinos, 209. Dunato Rangers, 182. Artane Marksmen, 118. Artane Men-at-Arms ranged from 87 to 144. The rest of his units did average to good. Thank you to Tommy for sending in the siege. This is Scouts of Entertainment signing off. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye.